Sorry, the lighting's probably a bit bad because I'm in my bedroom and the lighting's not very bright now and I can't be bothered going getting my little ring light thing. And I've just been chilling up here, keeping warm. Not that it's cold, but my feet were getting a bit cold, but it's been gorgeous today, but obviously it's cooler now. Don't really want to put the heating on. Don't need the heating on anyway. So I just thought I'd cuddle up because I've been writing stuff down and got my book out that I want to read when I get off here. And I want to get comfy. But I just wanted to tell you about today, which was really lovely. And I know a lot of you saw the videos. So I can see people up there, so I'll wait for some people to come in to chat. Or not. So I've dotted some bullet points down just so I don't remember, so I don't forget. Not that I'm going to forget, obviously. I was out. This is wonky woo. Hi, Rainbow Wizard. Yeah, I take that down before because you know what they're like, but it was just a peep. Does anyone get like that in water? You know, where you just want to sing, but I'll explain that in a minute. So we'll just wait and see if anyone else comes in. I know it's not 9 that I normally come on, and I know I didn't really put a big notification out, but I'm just going to chat anyway in a few minutes and just do the chat, and then I'm going to go and chill. And it will be there anyway. I'll just be chatting, it'll just be me and you, Rob. We'll just see, we'll just give it a minute. And then I'm going to pull some... Hi, Dobbs, evening, Dolly, beautiful old mill you were... Yeah, it was, and I'm going to talk about... That's why I think I've just put Sunday diaries, because I'm just going to go over that today. I'm going to pull a Mandala of Light card at the end. I did get a card out today out of this gorgeous, gorgeous tarot deck. Star Spinner Tarot, which is a lot to do with a lot of things that have been going on, and seeing as I've called it diary today, you know, if anything pops up from over this week that comes out now, it's a diary form of what's been going on this week, but it's really about what went on today. It was so lovely. So I think there's a couple of you in chat that I can see up there, but that are not actually in chat, so I'm just going to carry on chatting anyway, and this will get seen later by whoever's watching it. So yeah, today was beautiful. In the part of the UK where I'm from, it's absolutely glorious. It was so beautiful. So we were planning on going out anyway, because you could tell by the weather how it's been this week that it was going to be gorgeous, because the weather's been quite, you know, it's chilly if you're in the shade, but it's gorgeous if you're in the sun. So if you all saw that video from today that I put together, that's why I said I was doing something. I wanted to put something together for you all, because I know in some parts of the world or country people were saying, you know, spring's sort of not coming yet, and in places in America, you know, they've had a lot of rain and stuff like that, so it's all other places that are chilly. I just wanted to come and bring that because it was a warming video. It was an uplifting video. It was full of light. It was gorgeous, and there was no filters on that either. It was just absolutely beautiful. Hi Dolly, beautiful walk today. Was awesome to walk with you. Yeah, that's why I do it, and I do a lot of walks like that when the weather gets better. I've done them down near a country park near me. Sometimes it's been a bit choppy, but I do normally throw them up when the weather gets better, so you will see more walks like that, because I like doing that as well. Whilst I've got you to myself, I spoke to Katie and oh yeah. What do you think I want to do? The line chat with her. Yeah. Send me an email about that, and I will check, because I still haven't checked the other thing, but I will check because I don't know about that channel. I haven't actually seen, but I'll probably know who you're talking about, because I don't watch a lot of that stuff, but I know where you're coming from. So if you drop us an email, I'll have a browse. I promise I'll have a browse tomorrow. I'll have a look at the ones that I've not looked at. But yeah, so anyway, thanks for that, Rainbow Wizard. Sounds good. Anyway, yeah, today, so what did I put down? Yeah. Oh yeah, so feels me. Yeah, it's just because I know people from a bit ago, but I don't watch too much of everything. But yeah, I know where you're coming from. So today, obviously, I wanted to go and film for you guys, and just because it's nature, and obviously it makes people feel better. Nature is medicine. It's medicine. It's meditation. It's healing, as we all know. But when we were going up there, it was really funny because we had to go past where my dad lives because it's not dead near me. And he lives in an area where my mum's mum used to live, in a quite a nice to-do place. And I was reminiscing with me about me and my sister when we were young, and my mum used to dress us up in the same dresses like twins and stuff like that. And she used to have a little sausage dog. And then the church up there, there's a church up there. It's a pretty church. I was actually christened there. I was christened, my sister wasn't. What's that about? I was christened, she wasn't. Anyway, and I was saying to my fella, that's where I was christened, blah, 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 blah. I used to walk them down there with my sister when we used to go to my nana's, and she used to look after us due to my dad being in the army when he was working away. Obviously, we were kids, so we used to go to my nana's when there was bits of that going on in different areas he used to live at. But, yeah. And then, what was it? Oh, yeah, when we went up to where we were going, it was New Mills. Where we were going, we had to go past one of my great granddad's, where he used to live in a flat. So it was like all these memories were coming in. And then we went past a Swizzles factory, which is a sweet factory. I don't think it's in working thingy now. But my nana, my mum's mum, used to work there years ago. I think she used to drive there on a little scooter. And we used to get bags of sweets brought home to us, like all the broken ones, I think they were. But I remember that. And I went, oh my God, she used to work at this factory. I didn't realise it was this factory all them years ago. When we were kids, it was just like she worked at Swizzles, and we knew Swizzles were sweets on the name on certain sweets. So that was reminiscing that. So it was all good energy of my nana, which comes in a lot because I know she's around me a lot anyway. And then where we went was like sort of old castle ruin grounds as well. I don't know if you noticed in the picture, there was a lot of like bits of castle ruins. So there was all that energy going on. And then obviously we saw a kingfisher as well, which we didn't get on camera because there's a kingfisher on the riverside, well, in that sort of big rivery bit that I showed you, and it was there, but then it flew off under a little waterfall where it must be nesting under the waterfall, and then we didn't see it come back out because I was waiting thinking, oh, am I going to capture it, but I didn't. But yeah, there was all that going on, and I was asking before I went, I know I'm going to see sort of little symbols for me of the divine around that will resonate with me. And I don't know if you saw on the picture, I'm going to see if I can get it up in my phone, on the video. When I was walking over the Millennium Bridge, it's called, there was an old building, another mill, and I don't know if any of you spotted what was in the window. I'm a Piscean, and that's why I was doing the mermaid thing before, but it's not on now. So let me see if I can find it. Did anybody see what was in the window? Here's Indigo Rays. Blimey, blast from the past, do they still make Swizzles? I think so, I'm not sure, but my nana used to work for Swizzles. I knew it'd resonate with some of your Swizzles sweets. It's a blast from the past, bit of a frequency there. So I'm just going to find a picture, because I don't know if any of you clocked it or was aware what was in the windows, which was, if I can find it, this. Oh no, that's the video. Hang on 1 minute. Right. See if you can see on this picture what's in the window. I don't know if it will show. Can you see? There's a woman's face here. It's a mermaid. This is the tail in the window. So you've got the mermaid's face there, and then that bit, and then that bit, and that bit. It's a mermaid. Can you see? And I spotted that. If I wasn't looking at the building, I would have never spotted it. And I thought, ooh, a little sign because I'm a Pisces. A big lovely mermaid right across the side of the building. And then on the way back, not the little dog that was in the video, because that was a little sort of like poodly dog. On the way back, there was a massive big white dog that looked like a wolf. And I got told something about a white wolf personally with me, spiritually, and it just sort of reminded me of that, because my fellow was like, oh, it's like a white wolf. I went, oh yeah, do you remember that what got said about a white wolf? So that was beautiful as well. I did pick up some, I've not got them with me now because they're downstairs, but I did pick up some acorns, the little acorn hats I call them. Not acorns, but the little acorn hats, and some of the little bits and pieces to do something with. But the acorn hats was there again, reminding me of when I was a child and I used to pick the acorn hats up. Hi, National Memorial Gardens. Oh, thank you, you too. You know, of being a child and collecting them for the fairies, for the tree, Mr. Oak Tree, you know, when I was younger. And not realising I was actually sat under an oak tree, and then looked down and saw them and I thought, oh yeah, I'm under an oak tree. Hi, Sue. And then when I sat down, when my fella was filming me, before I sat down, I don't know if you saw the joke video I put up where I said the Sasquatch, because he was filming me pretending I was Bigfoot. And then I came and sat down near a tree. I was just having a brew because he took his flask with him, and I couldn't get back off of, I couldn't get up off the floor. I couldn't get up off the floor. So there was this big piece of wood on the floor, and I was like, well, use that staff there to get me up. So I used that, and then I dragged it all around with me. I was walking all the way around with it, and then I went, this is coming home. It wants to come home with me. I'll have to, you know, staff it up like some of my ones that I've made sometimes. I don't know if any of you have seen them, but one of my fellow's friends has got a wand that I made her, and she absolutely loves it. She's always like, ooh. I'll have to try and get a picture of her with it, because I haven't actually got that. But I dragged that back with me, because if you don't all know, I am really quite good at whittling. I've got a whittling knife, so I was like, I'm going to be doing some whittling. So that was all fun, because obviously now the weather's getting drier, it's easy to do that stuff, because I prefer doing that outside because it gets everywhere. So there was all that going on, and it was just basically the energy of the whispers of nature, which is obviously the sounds, the rippling of the water, the light that dances on the water, like elementals, the tree colours, the green that was there in them videos, that's how bright green it was. I've not put any filters on that, that's just how it was. The sunlight, that's how it was, that's how it looked, no filters on it. It was gorgeous, it was so magical, especially near the bit of water where all the light was reflecting. And that's what I find magical, that spot was very magical. And this is why nature heals, because when you're looking at the colours, colour is healing anyway, and you're listening to the sounds, you know, you're not in the outside world, you're not in that world. Hi, Astral Thief. You're not in the outside world, you're not thinking about shit that's going on or this, that and the other. You're just in the world, the elemental world, the world of earth, and you're just with all the sounds of earth. And you know, when Mother Earth is speaking through different languages of water, light, colour, the wind, whatever's going on, it's all, you know, speaking to you, and you just get lost in that realm of the divine that way, you know, because it's omnipresence in everything and everywhere. It's everything's energy. So it was just absolutely, yeah, the Bigfoot video. It, no wonder I like what's his face, Chewy. So, you know, that's the biggest message, when you can get out, and that's why I know there's certain people who can't get out a lot of minute, or the weather might be bad and stuff like that, and this is why I do them sort of videos when the weather gets better, because people appreciate hearing the noises. I nearly put music over it, and then I said to my fella, no, I can't, because as much as the music was nice, it was cutting off the sound of the water, the birds tweeting, all that stuff, and all that, you know, whispers of nature is healing, you know. Oh, this necklace, Sue, I thought you'd spot that. Well, you know about my fairy one, because I've had that one for years, and I think you got that one. This one is, I have worn it before. Started wearing it a bit more because people get triggered over things they don't know about. But, you know, it's a goddess, which I'm going to be talking about quite a lot. So it's a goddess. It's all tangled up at the minute. Hang on. This one was inspired by the fairy one. I don't know if you remember me saying ages ago, Tiptoe Chick, such a beautiful soul, but she passed a few years ago, fatally. This is a goddess necklace representing goddess, and this is the pentagram, earth, air, fire and water, the elements, spirit, you know. and sauce. So yes, it's very beautiful. It is sterling silver. I've had it for quite a while, but you know me, I've always got different bits and bobs of jewellery on, but it is very pretty. And in the middle, I don't know if you can see, it's the same as this ring. It's moonstone. I've just got the thing about moonstone. It's really funny because when my fellow asked me what I'd wanted for Christmas, I was like, I don't know, maybe another moonstone ring, but a bigger one. And he ended up getting me turquoise, and I thought, how does turquoise sound like moonstone? But even though I love moonstone because it is a stone that my nana really loved, and I do love turquoise anyway, highly spiritual stone as well. But yeah, it's got moonstone just in the middle there. 5-pointed star, man, woman, head, arms, legs. We're all made up of the the elements. So you know that's what it represents. Some people get scared over that, but it's like, well, you do your research and you'll know. But yeah, got that one. A tiny piece. Yep, seed can grow out. Yep, that's a necklace that looks like a space rocket. Old school. Oh yeah, you mean like that? Oh, you mean like take the star off? You mean like, oh God, it does. Well, there's the stars. Ooh, not that. Oh, that way. Materialism over spiritual. This way round means spiritual over materialism. It does look. But the moon, yeah. And that's what it means that way. When you see a star that way a lot, you know, they go, oh, the goat's head and all this. Democrats do it this way, by the way. That's what's on theirs. That's just reverse because they reverse everything. The elites and that reverse everything. So they would have it that way because they're more materialism, man-made world and all that over the spiritual world. We're more spiritual over the material. And that means the physical. Doesn't mean you can't have stuff. Elon Musk would. Yeah, oh yeah, he'd love it, wouldn't he? He'd love it, yeah. Don't really know where he lies at the minute, but you know what I mean? So, yes. And, you know, my church is nature, so what more can I say? I was there today in my church. Who's in anyway? What we're collecting. Oh yeah, and last night also let's go back a little bit, seeing as it's a Sunday diary. But last night it was a full moon, and it was absolutely beautiful. And I know a lot of you said, quite a few of you said you were out watching the stars because, I mean, it looked a lovely place. It was really lovely. And there's another place I want to go to that's really magical, but I'm not going to let you know yet because I don't know when I'll be going. But when I do, you'll love it. I know there's a lot of you in chat who will absolutely love it. So, yeah. So, I mean, the skies have been so beautiful, and at night they've been so clear where I'm at anyway, crystal clear. Stars are all talking. You know, you're looking at them, they're talking to you because you're like, oh my God, look at the lights twinkling. Oh, check out Snow Moon over Blackpool Tower last night. Pretty cool. Oh, thank you, Gareth. Well, the one I saw in my back garden was absolutely beautiful. And it was just there, you know, like it was just massive. And the stars, and it was beautiful. So we were sat out. My fellow was sat with me. I had my little cauldron out. I think I put a picture up, burning some little rose petals and stuff because I was doing an intention for myself. Because I only do intentions for myself and for others for you know, putting good intentions out or releasing something. And I was doing that, and I just put a little nightlight candle in it because I knew it wouldn't take forever to burn down. Also burned a little sigil down of an intention because actually this time I've done them before. I don't do them all the time, but I normally write something if you know how they work. But I didn't. I just drew a picture and I thought, yeah, picture's quite easy because I know what it is. Did that, burn it off. Just sat there under the moon with my little shawl thing that's over here. I've had this shawl for ages because when I get a bit chilly in the garden, you know, I just put this on my shoulders like this, and I was like with my shawl, and I had a little blanket over my legs, so I was all wrapped up. I was lovely and warm. I was sat on one of my handmade meditation cushions, which I've got to start making some more for this spring summer. Which one is up there actually? I might show you guys if you haven't seen them before, because Rachel Pixies, she bought this ages ago because of everything she hadn't been down, but it's still up there. I was sat on that, watching the flicker of the flames, just sat there under a blanket of stars and the moon absolutely gorgeous. You know, yeah, grounding. I was grounding. A lot of people get freaked out about it because they think you're doing bad things in the moon. The moon to me is very feminine. It's very divine. It's very feminine. Um, it's mysterious like women can be. It's mysterious. It's the light in the dark. It's, you know, as much as beautiful as the sun is, as it was this morning, so is the moon. But yes, it's very feminine with the waters and, you know, women's cycles and stuff like that, and the tides. Higher Lois. Oh, I was like higher Lois, not even Lois. I thought that was Lois. It's not as rainbow. But no. And that's what I find. The thing is that people get, yeah. The thing is that matriarchal, yeah, and we were talking about patriarchal today, is another chat I'm going to talk about. But the thing that people get mixed up about is, I find it so funny. People freak out about, they think if you're doing something under the moon, putting intentions out, all magic, which is energy, quantum physics, really, in a sense, you know. It's bad because too many people go through the rabbit holes of like the satanical stuff, which we've all seen, we've all come across. There is that goes on. But they do things under the moon because they know the planets hold energy. They come down to us. Everything's energy. So they use the moon's energy for their stuff. And also they would be doing it under a full moon, because if you think about it, if the moon represents women, sacred feminine, you know, all that sort of energy, as Indigo Ray's just said, matriarchal women, the feminine energy, because there's both and not just one. Of course they're going to do rituals of that sort of horrible stuff that they do, because to me it's a bit like disrespecting the feminine divine, which is what they always do, because it's always patriarchal. It's always God, this is man, this is he said, that said. It's never the woman. But that's going to change, because with this age of Aquarius, there's going to be a lot of women, a lot of energy of women in the nurturing, and a lot of women guiding the way, because it's rising. You know, women have been suppressed a long time, not just physically, but through the energies and everything that was the divine energy, and all the stories that they've twisted, like Virgin Mary, this, that, and the other. All them stories they've twisted to suit them, to make, you know, oh, something out was she was a prostitute, or she was a Jezebel, or she was this, she was that. It was always she was this, she was that, she was bad. No. If there's a God, there's a goddess. But as we know, they've always suppressed it. So that's why I believe they do things on that side, because they're always reverting everything, turning everything upside down and twisting it. So yeah, some people do things on that side under the moon. But if there's enough of us twisting it back and really putting out good intentions out there, things change, and I do believe they are anyway. So that's all good for me. Whoop whoop. Use the white witch energy, that's what I say. We are mostly water. Yeah, we are mostly water, and there's the moon again. If the moon has the effect it does on the tide, then it must have an effect on... Yes, it does, because all the planets have effects on us, and that's why I've always said, you know, there's a lot of people out there that get really triggered with certain stuff, and they're not realising that we get triggered by a lot of things and a lot of energy that are around us. We get... Because everything's energy. So if the planets are sending down energy sort of thing all around us, you've got animals' energy, plant energy, people's energy, people's thoughts. There's all this swirling around. That's why you have to go within, because you have to know what your thoughts are and who you are and what your energy is, and you have to basically be surfing around, don't you, on all these waves of different energies and thoughts and stuff like that, and know. So if you know yourself, you're going to know what these are. And if you know how certain days work and certain things work with planetary things and this, that and the other, you're going to know what days not to do certain things on, or why you might be feeling triggered or angry, if you actually, you know, do your homework on certain energies. But energies all around, omnipresent. So yeah, the reason that women have been suppressed throughout the generations is because women have a stronger connection to the Mother Earth than men. Yeah, we do. There might be a lot of men out there but going, oh, you know, that's not a nice thing to say. Yeah, but it's true, because women are we birth creation. And really, you got to think about it. Men were always like hunters, and women were always like the healers, you know, the midwives, the ones that had to connect to earth and make medicines and look after them. That way, in a sense, you know what I mean? So they've always suppressed the women in the energy, and the matriarchal energy because of that, because you don't want people connecting to the spirit realm, which is supernatural, which is nature, and so on, and nature spirits and all the energy around us that is still here all the time because it's omnipresent. So they don't want people connecting to the spiritual self or the higher self. I'll get my coat, you get your coat, and you get out of here. See ya. Not really, but you know what we mean. It's not that beating down of, it's, but it sort of was like that. And women are a bit more, put it this way. I was out in the garden last night doing my thing, and my fellow was sat with me, just doing his thing, not doing that thing, but we were just sat there together, enjoying each other's company, but I was doing my thing and pulling a few cards and that. And when we got back in the house, I said to him, "Oh, thank you." And he was like, "What?" I went, "Oh, I just love it that you can come in the garden with me. I'm doing my thing right next to you, and you're just like, whatever." And I'm like, me and my weirdness, but remember what I said about weirdness is fate and destiny. That's what it actually means. So he said, no, he said, that's what you love to do. That's what you love to do. And I was like, thank you. Because some people might be like, but he's not, because he is into nature and stuff anyway. It doesn't mean he's like full on the way I am. Or the reason why he says that as well is he knows me for me. He personally knows me and knows where my intentions come from with what I do. So it's just like, you're not doing anything bad. So, of course, your fella is lovely too. Yeah, he is, bless him. And he loved today, just getting out in the fresh air. And then we came back and sat in the garden and caught the last bit of the sun. And then I caught the last bit of the sun in the up here. He's gone home because he's got jackets because the birds are split up at the minute because they've been fighting. So he's gone home to chill out. He was going to paint and all that, but he's gone to chill out. Hi, Dolly, I'm here. Oh, hi, bitchy girl, famous model. Hey. Hi, you're welcome too. So yeah, and that's the thing. You can be in each other's presence, but it doesn't mean you've actually absolutely bang spot on with the same what is it, everything in common with each other, but we do lie on the thing with the whole nature, because he's quite he's a free spirit in himself anyway. He loves going to festivals. He's been to quite a few. I haven't been to loads, but he's been to quite a few, a lot actually, every year. And I think there's some more apparently opening this year, so we'll be going to them. They've said they're opening. So he's like that anyway, and he's into all that sort of like, people doing the thing, people having fun, people playing music, all that side of stuff anyway. Loves camping. He's proper like what do I call him? I call him commando, whatever I call him, because he's always got everything. He's always got his shit together when we go camping. He's always got everything organised. I'm just like, well, yeah, I'm taking this. I don't know. As long as I've got my crystals, my cards and things that I can mess about with, my drawing books, I'm fine, which I took with me today. I took, I've got my bag down there actually. I took in my bag today when I went out. Yeah, your yin to your yang, exactly. I took my drawing book just in case I needed to draw anything, but we didn't sit down long enough. Oh, there's something that I'm drawing in there. So what I normally do if I go out, I go camping or anything, I always take a little drawing book in case I want to draw something comes in. I take, not my big decks, but I'll normally take a tarot deck just in case I feel like it. I like to do it daily and write about it, get my divine messages, my intuition on it. So I'll take a pen. I've got a little pocket thing with crystals in, little mini ones. Yeah, as long as I've got all that stuff, and he's there, the one who's really organised with all the stuff, so he sorts that all out. So yeah, we are all symbiotic. I can never say that. Symbiotic with Mother Earth. All have the connection with her, and men also play a part of life giving, which we can't do with each other, because if we did, there wouldn't be life anyway, would it? So there's the feminine and masculine energies. That's all there is. Feminine and masculine. All this rubbish that's going on. Feminine and masculine, and it's all in nature. So it's beautiful, and you see it in nature all the time. Pollinating and all that beautiful stuff. So it was just beautiful to get out there today and share that video with you because I knew, you know, you'd see it and you'd love it. Also, there was a little bit where I should have got him to take a picture of, there was like this little bridge and then this little island thing, and I felt like standing on it with my staff going, da-da. But the little bridge, he turned around to me and went, oh, trip tropping. I went, oh yeah, trip tropping over that bridge. I said, oh yeah, I get a lot of trolls sometimes. I get a lot of trolls. I was laughing, because you got to laugh. There's some freaky shit going on out there that just cracks me up, you know, where you just think, what? Yeah, it is a bit of a mouthful actually. Bitch girl famous model. Could you not be called? Could you not just be called, BGFM? BGFM. Yeah. See, Astral Thief put it in. Sink in there. BGFM. So you can say that. BGFM. I beat you to it. You weren't quick enough. See, we're all sinking. We're all sinking. And that's another thing. People go on about mirror reflections. I find it so funny because the way I see it, number 17 in chat, is when you're mirroring each other, like they say you're seeing God in one another, source in one another, we all resonate because we all resonate with the same sort of energy, the frequency, so we're mirroring. But there's another thing going on that people don't realise is when they're projecting and they're getting a reflection back of, a reflection to me is more like you've got to go and reflect on yourself, and do the shadow work, which means the stuff you don't want to see in yourself. And I've said this before and I will be talking about it again, but a lot of people think when you say mirror, it's like, no, we all resonate because we're mirroring each other in the same frequency. It's like, yeah, I see you and you see me, and you know, it's that energy of we understand. There's a lot of people out there who just project and they're getting a reflection, really. It is a reflection of them. When they project, it's a reflection of them not looking at something within themselves, because they're not, like I say, reflecting. Reflecting, is that the right word? Reflecting? Why does that sound weird? You know, when you reflect, is that the right word? Reflect on what, you know, what you're doing. Yeah, reflecting. It just sounded really weird then. You know, I can look at people and go, why are they projecting this stuff? And it's like, oh, they haven't reflected, you know, because that's normally what it is. Yeah, reflecting. They're getting, projecting. Projecting is a reflection, which means they need to go and reflect on thyself. Because, you know, if there's people shouting out stuff of others that they don't like, it's normally because they don't like something within themselves. Because if you knew yourself, and I will keep putting this out, if you knew thyself and you were strong in thyself with thy own belief systems, whatever that is, or just whatever, and how you do things, you wouldn't be shouting about others because you'd be strong in that. That energy comes from fear. Yeah, you thought it first when she came in chat. Yeah. Yeah, projecting, if you think of the word projecting is because they need to go and reflect on themselves. That's why I say when you journal, if you're journaling, I've said before, the best thing to do is journal. If you're ever angry about something, I see a lot of people out there angry and they're just projecting their anger. If you're in fear, if you're angry, if you're shouting out about people, if you're angry with it, you write down why you're angry. It'll end up turning back, it's you that's angry with something that you see in others. It can be jealousy and stuff like that, but people don't want to look at themselves. But if you're projecting stuff out, it means you need to go and reflect on thyself. And if you write it down, you know, even if it was me or you lot in chat, if you were angry at someone, you need to go and ask the questions, why, what is it, and get to the root cause. And you'll normally realise actually it's to do with you. And there's something missing, and look at it and think, right, well, whatever it is, whatever that person, you know, I need to go and sort that out. So that's how it goes. That's how it goes. More people know that, would do thy work. That's why it's a practice that you do every day, because you are learning to be more of your higher self. And a practice is something you do every day. You learn by your mistakes. You learn by how, when certain behaviours come in, just to move away from it a little bit. But if you look at it and you actually write it down on paper, it's easier because you're writing it down, you're getting it out of your system, it's on paper, and then all of a sudden things start coming in and you start writing down why, and it'll start flowing, and you actually realise it's normally because there's something missing of the work that you haven't done on yourself. Then you can go and focus on that area of whatever it is, and you're not going to be projecting because you're going to be quite strong in that area within yourself, that you're not going to get triggered off other people because you know thyself. This is why I don't move off or sway off my path, with people coming and saying things or, whatever, because I'm quite strong in what my beliefs are. My beliefs aren't for everybody, they're just for me. My intuition is just for me. People think out there that they have intuition means another thing of projecting it all everywhere. My intuition is just for me. I might share some of my intuition, but my intuition is just for me. Wise words, Oracle. Yeah, my intuition is just me. Like, I've just done a little reading from these cards, a 3 spread, and I've wrote it down in a journal, which is good to do if you do tarot and you don't write it down in a book. Not this book actually. I think it's this one that I got, the book that I got for Christmas. And just following my intuition, it just comes through. It comes through anyway. I don't need cards for intuition, but it's divination. See the word divine in there, and it's visions, and I just love working with it, and it will show me obviously what I know, but I love working with it. And I share some of them, but my own working with thyself is for me. So I can write it down in one of my little diaries, little journals, whatever you want to call it. And that helps you reflect as well. It helps you reflect on a lot of things. Like, I've just pulled a few cards out. I'm not going to tell you what they are because they're for me. And it's shown me a lot that's going on. And then I write it down, and then I work out where I'm going next with, so I need to stop doing this, this, and this. Yes, it's telling me to push forward in this, this, and this, which I already know. I already know that. But it's just a nice thing to keep revalidating it to yourself, because then it's reprogramming. Because, like I said, we've all been programmed and stuff. No one's never not really been programmed to something of what we know that's been going on with all that side of stuff. So it is good to have journals and do that, because it helps it sort of set in instead of not really. Sometimes you'll think about something and you're trying to reflect on something, and then you just sort of forget, and you'll probably go and redo that action again, or reaction to something. But when you're actually writing it down, it's good because you're getting it out of your system, and it's releasing it. But you're also, you do just end up, like I say, automatic writing, you do end up getting a lot of flow with it, and you can get quite deep with it, and you might realise, and it's sort of, it sort of like sets in more, if you get what I'm saying. Personally, that's what I get out of it. I'm just sharing. It might not be what you guys do, but it does actually help if you have, getting hot, a journal. They are very good for getting all that down. Please give Dolly a thumbs up for those who may be watching. Say hi in chat. We are all friendly here and want to... Yeah, if there's anyone in chat, thumbs up, people. If you like the chat, you should thumb up. It's just support. And if you've never been in chat, come and say hi sometimes. Some people did the other week, and I had that mad super chat, which was amazing. But, abundance does come in all sorts of places. And I know that, especially when you're helping people. And that was crazy mad. But like I said, I'd never seen those people's names before. That's what amazed me as well, and what they said. So if you ever are in chat, don't be afraid to come in. If you've been watching chat for a while, you'll know that everybody in my chat is friendly, even if you want to say hi now and again, or maybe show your appreciation by just putting a thumbs up. If you don't want to come into chat, you don't have to come in chat. I know there's a lot of people that, I know there's lurkers, and I know there's friendly lurkers who just sit and listen. So yeah, that was an awesome chat. Yeah, that was just sort of, that was wild. But it's a wild time, isn't it? Everything's wild at the minute. It's just all the energies are flying around, people losing the shit, and we're just like, well, get out in nature, people, and just chill your beans, because springtime's coming and we know what's coming with that. Oh, there's quite a lot of layered things coming with that. Dolly doesn't bite. No, I don't bite. Only sometimes when you're not truly listening to the message I'm trying to get out and you start flip-flopping. As Ricardo knows, if he's listening after, and he knows exactly what I'm talking about. That's why he came in with the super chat the other day, because he knew. And Dave Maud, if you're listening, oh yeah, I've had to sit people out on the naughty step before. But it was all good. It was all good. And they now know why I was doing that at the time. And we've had a laugh about it. So, you know, and I always knew them people would come back. They would come back. So yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Lots of thumbs happening. I don't know. I can't see. But yeah, never remember to put thumbs up. It's nice, people. You know, people seem to forget the thumbs up. That's just appreciation of saying you've appreciated the chat. I don't really get that many thumbs down. It's probably one. But, you know, like I said, where we're going in this world now is to raise people's... Hi, Pavel. Oh, raining in New York City. That's why I did the lovely, beautiful sunshine over here today, because I knew people would appreciate it. You know, I've said we're coming away from negativity and old behaviours. That is what people are supposed to be releasing now and doing your work. And there's enough of that going on in the world, and has gone on in the world, blah, 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 as we all know. And it doesn't mean that you're not working with releasing other emotions. But it's funny because I don't have to come on YouTube to show any of that emotion, because I've already done it. Like in the 90s, or like the 10 years ago, do things feel really different? Like an unusual time, and the next 10 years will be so dysfunctional. Don't get what you're saying, Gareth. I think there's a massive change. There's always been change over the years, but this feels a lot different, and it's worldwide, and it's never been worldwide before anyway, so there's definitely a difference. But I've done a lot of my shadow work because I released it a few years ago, and if anyone remembers, Sue Clark probably would. I've done emotional stuff on here before, and it's not to put all over YouTube anyway, but there's not much at the minute that I need to release on an emotional level, because when I came through certain truths, especially on the movement I'm still a part of, by the way, I did all that for 2 weeks, and it brought up a lot of things in the past, and I released all that, cried my eyes out, blah, 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 I got angry, did all that. There isn't anything at the minute. There will be in the future, because we all go, you know, we all get things in. It's not saying, like I've said, plain sailing all the way. It's just how you deal with things. You don't get too caught up in your emotions. Yes, you're allowed to feel it, release it, shout, cry, whatever, but it's not getting carried away with certain things, because some of the things aren't ours. And that's why I think people get very misconstrued with me, because they think that I'm on here being all positive, love and light. And it's like, yeah, because that's the best side I want to be, is more of your higher self. I haven't really got anything to scream and shout about, because like there isn't much to scream. There's a lot of people screaming and shouting, don't get me wrong, about the things that are going on in the world right now, but where I'm at with what I believe about that, there's things coming. I don't need to do that. That part isn't my job. That's for those people who are coming through the awakening, because some of the people are not awake to the other stuff and more of the spiritual side of stuff. But even in that side, I've not got anything to, I don't know, shout about, really. I got stopped by a clockbook and they're doing it. Yeah. You know, I mean, in the sense of, am I heck having that, Gareth? I don't even wear a mask. I've not worn a mask since No, and that's all going to stop anyway. It's a load of rubbish. It's the government. I mean, it's not even the government. They're putting things out that they're saying different things. It's the media that's pushing it all. No, I don't get into all that. I don't watch the news. I don't watch what they're saying. I don't even know what's going on with it, to tell the truth. But, you know, I'm not in fear of all that. And no, I will not be having that. Not at all. But like I said, it's not because we go like this, we flatline all the time. We all have ups and downs, but like I said, it's how you deal with it, and that's what you're supposed to be learning, how to deal with energies, thoughts that come in, because not all thoughts are your own anyway, and how you react to it. And how you react to it is basically going to be the defining thing of what happens next and what comes in and what sort of energy and karma comes in. So, you know, I've done a lot of that work, and shadow work will always be done throughout your physical life here, on this earthly plane, and you will always have many, oi, oi, my eldest playing games. You will always have many awakenings. I think people think there's only one awakening, no, it's a spiritual awakening. No, you'll have many awakenings to yourself, because if we have all these, I don't like saying levels, but it sort of is in a sense of like where you're at, when you rise into a different level of consciousness, you'll be learning something there. And then you'll have like things going on there with how you're going to deal with it. And then you've dealt with that, and then you move up again, and you move up again, and you move up again, and it's infinity, spiraling up, spiraling up. So you'll always be learning. So you'll always be having, to me, you'll always be having another awakening in something, another awakening in something. So you'll have many. There's not just one awakening, there's many awakenings within yourself about certain stuff. You know, you could be waking up to this, waking up to the physical side, waking up to the spiritual side, and then maybe in the spiritual there's this, and this. So there's many different awakenings. There's many different rabbit holes, isn't there? So many different awakenings. Like I've always said, if you don't come out of them, that's where people get stuck. And I've seen a lot of people stuck in them. Like I said, when they go on about certain things to do with that side, you know, the elite side, and the sort of the satanic side of it, and they get stuck in all the symbols and that, not realising that half of them were ours anyway, and they've stole them and we're taking them back, and it doesn't actually mean that somebody's this, that and the other, but they use it. I've seen so much paranoia over the past, since 2017 when I got a certain movement. People I've spoke to, guys and women, absolute paranoia. You know, even paranoia of not wanting to go out and not wanting to communicate with people, thinking all sorts are happening. I've seen it over the years, and it's a shame, because I'm not saying it's not because things don't happen, but it's just a shame that people don't want to get on with their life and put that hi afternoon, all that you know, because I think the more paranoid you get, the more that energy comes in of paranoia, and things are happening because you're in that energy, and that energy's fear anyway. Do you really want to live your life like that? No. You know, stand strong in thyself. I don't think so. I'm 40 this year and I've done it right. Well, I'm 44, yeah, and I'm fine without it, thanks. And I've been well through all of this, so no. Oh, it's cool, Nick. It's cool, Nick. It's cool, Nick. The tobacco. What was it? He's got his brewing, his everything going on there. But what time is it? What time is it? You know, the Gestapo's probably out of their papers, aren't they? But it's not going to last much longer. I think, you know, going into spring, into the middle of summer, better days are coming, especially by the end of the year. It's going to be I think it's going to be a massive change. And personally, going around today again in the woods and all that, everyone's just happy. Everyone's walking about. No one, nobody, where I was today, of what I can remember, had a mask on. You went out in nature anyway, but it's just, yeah, I'm in bed. I'm just sat in bed because I've got a blanket on. I'm not in bed. I've got clothes on, obviously, but I'm just chilling out because the sun, when it moves around my house, comes to the front and you get the last bit of sunshine, and it's just gorgeous to sit and watch, having a brew, you know, doing a bit of writing. Like I said, I'm going soon anyway because I'm going reading a book, chilling out, and you know, and all that sort of good stuff. Oh yeah, isn't Mr. T making an announcement today? Wow, someone told me there's quite a lot of things going on. I haven't been watching, I've not been observing. But I know he's supposed to be going to some meeting somewhere, something. It's like, and I'm sure it's a world meeting. It's like, well, if he was at a world meeting, why would he be there? Because he's not supposed to be president. No, he's not. And everyone's like, but he's not president. And it's like, okay then. Patience is a virtue. He's after 3 here in central Canada. No, but it just looks like a nighty suit because it's pink and a bit satinified, but it's not, it's a top. You know me. Yeah, I did have my yellow dress on today in the garden because it was that warm. And then I had a bath before, but I have to take it down. Not that was it funny at the video, it was just my hand with pink Himalayan salt in. And what I was trying to get at the Big Mermaid I saw today was like, how does the elements make you feel? Like I was out in nature today, earth nature, feet on ground, all that sort of stuff, and you saw element of water and everything like that, and obviously very joyous with the sun. But when I had a little bath before just to chill out, put a lot of Himalayan salt in, I was singing, I was just humming that song because that's how today has made me feel. And that's how the water, when I got in the bath, made me feel, because I was thinking about today. I was thinking about water, that big mermaid picture. And it just made me hum that tune. Because sometimes I just get tunes, songs, bits of songs, a hum comes out, or doesn't have to have words. And that's how things make me feel. And I express it. So my son, I think, was in his bedroom thinking, Jesus, what's she doing now? She's, I'm like, in the bath, because that's how it makes me feel. And when you need to express yourself, you know, express yourself. CPAC, what's a CPAC? Is that supposed to say 2-pack? CPAC, what? And I think the lovely Tom McDonald had his video thing up the other day with a big clown mask on, and I'm like, oh yeah. It's like clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right, stuck in the middle with you. Do you remember that? Stuck in the middle with you. It was just a tool to help you research and question everything like you should be doing anyway. So when it disappeared, you'd know what to do and be aware of everything going on, and then go and chill and just watch the show. Oh, and then I put the song up. Just let me find it before I go. Oh, don't worry if your spelling's terrible. Mine is terrible. I'm dyslexic, so just don't worry about it. Right, the song, I love it because this just reminds me of me. No one could bring my parade down, I put up today, because you weren't invited. People who try to bring your parade down of when you're being positive in your life, in your realm, you weren't invited, so people need to jog on. Hi, D'Angelo. And then I put the song up. It's know thyself, innit? You won't be getting triggered off people if you knew thyself. So, let me see. And I probably won't do this any justice at all, because it's not that I know it dead well, but I do like it. Right, hang on a minute. See if I can find it. No, not that one. Right, where is it? It is. Oh, right. Hang on a minute. I'm going, folks. Stay blessed. Be good. Yep, you too, Astral Thief. Just going to look for... I think this is it. That's not it, is it? What's that? Oh yeah, it is. So probably not going to do this any justice, but it's that song of I'll probably say it. I'm not a stranger to the dark. Can't remember the tune. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. I'll just say it. I won't let them break me down, but I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us. For we are glorious. When the sharpest words want to cut me down, I'm going to send a flood, going to drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, this is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. Can't remember the tune. And I'm marching on the beat I drum. I march on the beat I drum, by the way. I'm not scared to be seen. No, that's why I'm in camera, up to camera, speak my truth of whatever that is and my beliefs. So, I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. No, this is me. And then it goes on. Another round of bullets hits my skin. Will fire away, because today I won't let them sink in. We are bursting the barricades. I'm reaching for the sun. We are warriors. Oh, yes, we are. Yeah, that's what we've become. Yeah, that's what we've become. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us. We are glorious. When the sharpest words want to cut me down, I'm going to send a flood. I'm going to drown them out. I am brave. I am bruised. I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, here I come. I am marching on the beats I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. And I know that I deserve your love. There's nothing I'm not worthy of. I see that as source love. When the sharpest words want to cut me down, I'm going to send a flood. I'm going to drown them out. This is brave. This is bruised. This is who I'm meant to be. This is me. Blah, 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 blah. Going on. So it's brilliant, that song. This is me. But the best bit I like in this song is, yeah. And I'm marching to the beat I drum. Nobody else. So that was out of the Greatest Showman. That film is amazing. The song's absolutely fucking amazing. Beautiful. Because they were all seen as circus freaks. The weird. Fate and Destiny. But they were the people who were just being them. With all their different beliefs and whatever. And all their different looks of how they looked and whatever it was. People saw them as weird. It's a bit like the Muggle world now, isn't it? All the so-called conspiracy theories, truthers and all that. Whatever you want to put yourself in. Even spiritual people. Whatever label you want to give yourself, are seen as outcasts. But we're not. Whatever you believe in, you're just being you. But normal people, muggles, that's all I can call them, the people who follow suit of everybody else, you know, it's not about material and what you're wearing and what you look like. It's more like you're following, say, sheep mentality, what you're being programmed to like, do, buy, whatever. No, because you don't want to look like you're different, because some people think different is not good because it looks like you're weird or strange or not in fashion or whatever it is. I don't know. But really, a lot of people do want to set themselves free, but they're too bothered about what other people think. I'm not. And that's knowing myself. And it's a better world when you're in the world where you are yourself, because you're free and you're not suppressing yourself. You know, the moment you don't give two flying fucks about what anyone else thinks, you're free. You're breaking those chains. So you might be still in a certain system, but you're breaking the chains because you're not really following suit as such. Like I said, you're following the beat of your own drum that you drum. Not that anyone else is drumming to you. Parents, friends, people out there, whatever. You're going to get round certain ways to make sure that you are beating the beats on your own drum. And if you feel like that's what you want to do now, you need to start working on it and not giving a toss. If you've got friends or people around you, you know, that aren't going to support you being the real you, they're not really friends in the first place. That's why I've said my best friend doesn't, not really into the same things as me, but she's a beautiful person. But like I said the other day, she's always said it doesn't really matter what you talk about, because we love you unconditionally, and they know me personally as a good person, as she is. So, you know, there's certain things I've talked to her about certain things, you know, in the what's going on with certain things now. She hasn't took advice from it, but that's her. She's got free will, you know. I'm talking about the, you know what. She's got free will to do that or not. I can't keep shouting at people like, oh my God, you know, that's their belief, that's their truth. Then she's got free will. But we love each other unconditionally. We've been friends since we were like 16. So, you know, she knows me more than anybody knows me. And that's why you don't take any shit really, and you don't listen to people who don't, you know, don't love you for who you are and don't know you personally. It doesn't really matter. There's a lot of people trying to get in other people's businesses when they need to be in their own business and sort their own business out at 16 and 16. Because you're not here to focus on someone else. You're here to focus on yourself and doing the inner work and doing the work on yourself to be a better person every day. Even though we can fall every day, to work on yourself, to be the becoming of your higher self, which when you look at your higher self, if you were speaking to your higher self, you'd be like, higher self, would my higher self really react like this? Would my goddess self really react like this if I was like, does that thing really matter? Is that, like, what is that? Does that really matter in the, like, the overall of everything? Like, that shitty bit of whatever that is, people moaning and going on. Hello, I've been sent here from David Bristow channel. Oh, thank you, Batman. I think, is that the cafe? I've not looked yet. I will try and get in contact with, it takes me a bit of time. I think that's who you're talking about. The cafe guy off Red Pill Phil's chat. He got in, yeah, I think he came in chat the other day. I think that's who you're talking about. Everyone say hi to Batman. Where's Robin? Batman. Yes, the calf, yes, the calf guy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out this week at some point. But I'll do it in my own time. I will check. Yes, I will check it out. Yeah, I think he's called. Is it David's Eco Calf? Maybe, I don't know if you want to put the name in here because people might go and check his channel out. Princess Angela, Batman, me too. Oh, so Princess Angela is from David's Calf too. I think that's what you're saying. David's Eco Calf, I think it's called. I could be wrong. I know it's something like that. Thank you, Princess Angela. It's David's E-Calf. So I knew it was E something, Eco. David's E-Calf. He's on YouTube. He's got a channel. Guys, go and check it out. I always say if you resonate, you know, and that's that. But yeah, I'll have to check it out when I'm a bit less tied up, but I will check it out. But yes, thanks for coming in. See, we've got a few new people in the house. Yeah, we've got to support people, you know, there's people with channels and people with different chats and things. I think he said something the other day about coming on, something about the spiritual side of things, you know, that people are into. Because like I said, people are trying to raise people's vibrations at the minute because all this stuff that's going on in the world, there's too many people getting angry about all sorts. There's too many people getting confused with stuff. There's too many people who don't know. There's a lot of people asleep. It's not a, you know, it's frustrating, but they will see. But like I said, all this stuff is to get your emotions into check with what's coming and start building up to connecting to your higher self and not getting so immersed in everything. Get immersed in you for a little bit because it's going to help you with what's coming. Who wished for? Who's wished what? Am I asleep? Oh, Indigo Ray. Right, she's just seen the most amazing shooting stars. I love shooting stars. We saw a load last year. They were gorgeous. When we were lay out in the garden looking at supposed to be that meteorite thing, there's loads of shooting stars and all that flashing of the lights were going on. I think we filmed it, put it on YouTube, but yeah. But yeah. Yeah, so you got some other people in the house. But anyway, I'm gonna pull out what we're gonna pull out. Oh yeah. Funny enough, I pulled a card out just before I came on before, and it was this card. So it's the King of Swords, which is, swords is a lot to do with air, so it's a lot to do with thoughts. And it just cracked me up because it's a bird. Looks like our nana, yellow. It's a bird sat on its perch, and to me, this is saying, you know, I do it intuitively. The king of thoughts. So you need to be the king or queen of your thoughts. You've got a crown on. You're not getting too you know, bothered with what's going on down there. You've got the higher perspective because you're a bird. It's a golden bird, by the way, with you've got the disc going on, so it's sort of saying, yeah, it's sort of saying, you know, enlightened. When you're enlightened, you're trying to come away from the drama. You're trying to take the higher perspective. That's why it's a bird, and you want to be, you know, in control. It's about being in control of yourself. These ascendant masters and that were in control of their emotions and thoughts. They don't let everything run away with them. So we're going to be, you know, in control of our thoughts. There's a lot of people that aren't in control of their thoughts. They think that everything is this, that, and the other. And it's like, you've got to be careful where your thoughts come from. You pick up thoughts from watching too much stuff. Thoughts that are coming in from other people and other things. It doesn't mean they're actually yours. And that isn't being intuitive, by the way. That's just stuff that's coming in. So when you take the higher perspective, like I said before, your higher self, what would your higher self say? Like, that doesn't really matter. Why is everyone trying to get in drama mode or the anger mode or the fear mode? Come away from that and have a look, you know, like I said, write in a journal and all that sort of stuff. Oh, thank you, Princess Angela. Yeah, I talk about quite a lot of different things. There's a lot of things I'm going to be talking about soon that are to do with women and stuff, but I talk about a lot of stuff. I just talk about what I love to talk about and bring it how I love to bring it. I'm not normally sat in my bedroom, but I am tonight. Yeah, and the flowers around the picture, you see these gorgeous little pink flowers, represent for me blooming. What you are blooming and coming into your own self, you know, this golden bird, when you're taking a higher perspective. And that is a higher perspective as well. When you start journaling, like I said just before, if anyone's new in chat, and you start you start reflecting on something you might have said all your day or whatever. If you think about when you're writing on paper, so you might be journaling about something that's making you angry or whatever, this, that, and the other, whatever it is. Don't have to be that. It could be something good. But when you, because if it's something good and you're journaling and you're like, yeah, I had a really good day today. Well, what was it in that day that made you feel good? Do more of it. Like I've said, do more of it. Do more of it. That's where you'll reach that bliss. So when you're writing, if I was writing down now something, blah, 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 which I was doing before because I was writing in my journal, instead of getting angry at something, write it down. So you're writing it down. You're looking from a higher perspective because you're actually seeing it on paper and you're looking and you're like, oh, because sometimes when you think it in your head, if you get what I'm saying, you muddle over it, but it's still a bit muzzy. But when you get it down on paper and you're actually looking from a higher perspective down here, and you're like, oh, you will start seeing a pattern, and it's like, oh, okay. And then if you don't see it, and then the next day, if you do it daily, it's good, or a few days, if you haven't still got the message through what you're supposed to be doing and you write something down the next day, you might start seeing a bit of a pattern till it hits you on the head and it's like, oh, okay. So I'm getting told, you know, blah, 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 blah. So you're taking a higher perspective. If you actually write it down on paper, like I said, it is really good to keep a journal. If you haven't tried it, try it. It will help you, especially in these times. Yes, writing stuff down always helps. Yes, it does, Batman. So I'm just going to pull some affirmation cards, these light mandala cards, before I go, because I want to go and chill out now, get all comfy in bed and go and read a book that I am reading to bring some chats in soon for you lovely ladies. But that doesn't mean men can't come in, because you just have to flip it for the man energy of it, that's all. It doesn't mean men can't come in. Oh, and the card that has come out is, now try this. By cooking and eating tofu, that's what it says, tofu, parsnips, beetroot and eggs, I will boost my root chakra function and strengthen my body. It's alright, you don't have to do that, but what I am seeing in this card is root chakra. People need to be looking at their base root chakra, because if it's not in alignment, there's still a lot of people that are in fear, they're in all that lower dense energy. People need to be working on the root chakra. The lower chakras you need to be working on. So yeah, and then on the flip side of it, we've got this mandala, and it's red obviously for root, and it says, I can balance my root chakra through making sure I have the right healing nutrients in my diet, which yes, it does help. And there was a lot of grounding today, obviously, when I went out in nature. I might just do one more, actually. I'll do one more. Yeah, you better get stocked up on that tofu. What have I got in my fridge? Was it tofu or something else? What sort of a... Is it tofu? What's that thing you press and the water comes out? And I always keep forgetting it's there. 16 and 16. Is that tofu? It's like a big block and you squeeze the water out. This one says... Let's see what this one says. Card 6. What do you mean, card 6? No, not cheese. Is it tofu? Not, it's white. It's about that big, and the name's just gone up my head, and you have to squeeze it because it's got like a bit of water in it. You have to get that off. Is it not? No, it's not cheese. It's oblong. It's about that. It's about that thick, and it's about that big. It's Oh, I can't think. It's going to come to me probably about, I don't know. I feel like running downstairs and going looking in the fridge. I'm going to go downstairs and get it out of the fridge and see if you can all guess. I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, it was. It was called. It was organic tofu, but I just don't know why I thought it was called something else. And guess what? It's made by Cauldron. That's hilarious. It's a cauldron. Yeah, I meant this. Yeah, it was tofu. I don't, something came in my head and I kept thinking, no, it's not tofu. It's something else. But January, February, March. Oh, it's still in date. I thought maybe it's not in date. Yeah, this. If you haven't had it before, obviously they don't taste of anything anyway, but it's nice when you put flavourings on like paprika and stuff like that, and you can fry it and stuff like that. And it is actually nice. I was trying to get my fella to eat it, and he's like, ooh. I said, oh yeah, you can spice it up and stuff. Why did I think it was called something else? But yeah, but it's by Cauldron. Very convenient. Yeah, organic tofu. But each to their own and all that sort of thing. So all that jazz. So was I doing another card? I think I was, and then I think I just dropped one, or did I? I don't know. Right, I will just pull another card because I don't know what I was doing. I've never tried it. It's alright. When I tried it for the first time the year or so ago, I can't remember. But you can spice it up and stuff, so, you know, and put it in all sorts of different things. Should I put a card? Yeah, I think it is. I know people go, yeah, is it soy? Soybeans, yeah. I know people go on about soy this, soy that, and it's like, well, you know, there'd be nothing to eat in the world today, would they? You know, people going about organic, but then again, half the organic stuff isn't even organic. So, well, I think a lot of things is to do with frequency as well. Right, these two cards just jumped out. So we've got now affirm this. Oh, I'm talking about emotions. My emotions are free-flowing and balanced. Yeah, my emotions are free-flowing and they are balanced. Repeat this as you stand by a body of water. Ooh, Dr. Emoto. Close your eyes and breathe in the elements. Talking about water before. And then it says, I will align my sacral chakra by spending time near water to boost my energy flow. Well, I did today. I did. That's what I was talking about before. And in the bath as well. Affirm this. I am fearless, grounded and abundant, and I am worthy of love. Well, that's what I was just talking about in this chat before, wasn't it? Fearless, grounded and abundant. A lot of people in lack at the minute. Lack of this, lack of that. Fearing this and fearing that. I will activate my root chakra by grounding myself with Mother Nature by doing mindful gardening, cooking and hiking. Well, I was hiking today, I was walking. We were in the garden today and we were grounding. So, yeah, I was doing that today. So, yeah, that's beautiful. So we've got them cards. And I'm going to go now and go and chill out. We'll just see what you're all saying in chat. I was by the sea today. It was great. Yeah. See, wherever you can get to in your area, it's beautiful. You know, you've got the water, the light bouncing off the water is beautiful to watch. It's just amazing. Or if it's a bit of a, you know, if you can hear the sea, if it is moving about, you've got all, that's why I put in nature's whispers. You've got all the whispers from all the elements of things that you hear, the birds, and it's just very, very, very healing. And the colours, when you're taking in the colours, colour therapy, beautiful. We're looking, yes, Indigo Rays, looking for a place of land to start a spiritual retreat and healing centre. So prepared to go where we can manifest our dreams. Yeah, you'll have to invite us all. All, you know, bring something to it. Root chakra seems to be in need of, oh my god, the root chakra, yeah, I'm seeing that in need everywhere because there's too many people in fear, lack. When people, I just said earlier on before I go, when people are shouting out and they're projecting because they're scared or they're jealous or they're blah blah blah, that's all lack. Oh, I feel in lack of this, I feel in lack of self, unworthy because too busy focused over there and it's like root chakra people, root chakra out of balance. Like I said, if people were in balance with that, they would know thyself and it wouldn't be a problem. So, where's Dolly Handmade? No, give me a shout. Yeah. I'll promise I'll look at them this week and I'll check David's out as well. But I'm going to go now. If you're new and you don't know, I do have an Instagram page as well where I sell bits of jewellery, handmade jewellery and stuff that I make, and I will be doing some oils soon as well. Paintings, and I've got to get Susie Q's elephant fit rainbow. Oh, who's in chat? Who are you in chat now? Indigo Ray's elephant painting finished this week, hopefully. Get that sent off. Something else I've got to send off tomorrow, some chakra earrings and that, but someone wanted another pair for a friend because he got the good ass energy off him. But yeah, and that is on, it's changed now to the Little Shop of Goddessry because I just thought that was very fitting. Because mainly my stuff's all women, because I am a woman. But yes, so I hope you have a good evening, morning, or whatever it is, wherever you are. I hope you can get out in nature if you can, and if not, there's a beautiful video I've put up in nature today that should fill you with some sort of frequency and joy. And I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. I should be on tomorrow at 9, the divine time of 9. If not, it'll be another day. It's Finn's birthday this week on Thursday, so yay, he'll be 6. So I've got to get all that sorted out. It might be a bit of a busy week. But yes, I should be on tomorrow at 9 o'clock. And I'll just, oh yeah, I'm not telling you what the video's about. It's I put the little picture up of what I drew, what it's about. I don't think anyone's guessed. I've not checked yet, but I'll leave that for tomorrow. And I'll see you all at 9. Thank you, Princess Angela, and who was it else who came in? Batman. New people saying hi, and I will see you all soon. Thanks for coming in. Mr. T just walked into the stage. Whoa, you have to keep an eye. I'll have to go and check some things out this week. I've not looked at anything, but we know it's going down. So just keep rising in your vibrations. Keep smiling. Don't be focusing on too much of that stuff, but be aware. Keep focusing on thyself and do your work. Get a journal, and like I said before, it might help you. And there's a full moon again. And yeah, and it's just going to help you on your path of yourself, basically. And I will see you all soon. Thank you. Bye.